Hey, it's Melody, and let's get techie with it. Hey guys, Melody here, and today I want to show you how to actually digitize a PDF that you find online. Today we're going to be looking at a program that my school uses, and last year I made a lot of paper copies, and instead of doing that, this time I thought I would make it digital. I have, of course, my page brought up here. This is Write Bright Station, and Write Bright's a fantastic program that my school system has purchased. You can see here I have pulled up a thing called Daily Dose of Grammar, and basically I'm just going to click print. It's going to prepare our document for printing, but here as far as my destination, instead of actually printing, I'm going to save it as a PDF. Now this is actually a whole week's worth, but I'm just going to save that as a PDF. So of course I'm going to hit save. I've really already done that, so I am going to replace it, but I already have it on my desktop. Then my next step I'm going to do is I am going to go over to Google, and I'm already signed in. So I'm going to get in my school account. So let me sign in there, and I'm going to go to my slides. So I'm going to click on slides. Now, I know you think, was she preparing a presentation or something? Actually, no. I just use Google Slides to make a worksheet for students so that they can do it digitally, interactive. And this is just one thing if you have something that is already done. Now, I'm going to be showing you some other ways to make these graded, but this is a good way to make a worksheet if it's just something that basically as a teacher you're going to be walking around looking at to make sure that the students are on track, or something that you're doing together as a class. I like to personally use a Google form, and I'll show you that in another video for actually graded work. So keep that in mind. Anyway, I go to my blank document, and obviously I'm going to go down to my page setup. Now, if you remember, this is a sheet of paper. It is 8.5 by 11. So under my page setup, it's going to bring it up, and I'm going to do a custom. I'm going to go 8.5 by 11. That is going to turn that this way. I'm just going to get this off, get rid of my theme so that I basically have a piece of paper. The next thing I'm going to do is add a background. And the reason you want to use your image as your background is because if you just put a picture on top of this, the kids can actually get in there, delete the picture, erase it around, move it around, things like that. So you don't want that to happen. So you're just going to make this be the background. So obviously I'm going to browse. If you remember, this was a PDF. This was week 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to open up week 1 PDF. And here it is. I want to fit this to my page. Now there is a tool called the snipping tool, and basically you can see SNIPPING. After I open it up and I get it here, I've just kind of done it right down here so that it is basically down there. You're going to click New, and if you want to get that out of your way, you can, but then you see you have your crosshairs, and basically you're just going to cut that out. All right, that's the part that I have saved. All right, now you can save that. That would be something like day 1.1. I'm just going to keep that right there on my desktop so that it's easy to get to. You're going to make sure it is a picture, a JPEG file. So I've done that. I'm going to go back into Insert Background Image, and remember your image needs to be a picture. So we don't want it to be a PDF. We want it to be the actual picture. Day 1.1 or week 1, day 1, done. And there it is, all right? So that is actually the background. Well, we have to make a way for our students to actually be able to write in this document. Basically, what we can do, and I'm just going to enlarge that so that I can see it a little better. Now you see you have some things up here. This is a 5th grade that I've done. If it was a lower grade, you wouldn't have some things like this, because this is something that we're going to be doing together. When we go here, we are going to insert a text box. You can also do it here, because this is where you want them to write. And so basically, I just create my box there. If it doesn't look like it's going to be on the line, I'm just going to move it up. Sometimes I like to make it a little larger just so we can read it. And then I just even write type here, all right? Let me make that a little larger. You just kind of have to play with it, guys. That's where you want it to type. Now, basically, after I get this done, I'm just going to copy it. You can do Control-C to paste, Control-V, or you can hit that, paste it, and I get another one. And then basically all I do is kind of move that around so that my kids know that that is where they need to type, all right? And, you know, the good thing about this, once you get it done, it's done. It's there. It doesn't take long. Now, when you have little worksheets like this is going to be more difficult, but keep in mind this is an older one, and it's just a worksheet that we will do together. So as we do this together, we'll probably talk about this, and they'll just have it on their screen, and we will be discussing what it is. But you can see, you just come down here, you paste your little type here things, you can change it around, but this just shows the kids where to type and what to do. After you get it saved, I would just go, you know, like maybe Write Bright, day 1, or I'll know that this is week 1, day 1, something like that. And of course, that's going to be in my drive. That way, when I get back into my Google Classroom, I just take this, dump it into my Google Classroom, I make a copy for everyone, and it's there. And that will be another lesson. This is just going to give you some ideas. If you have some resources out there that are already PDFs and you want the kids to be able to work on them digitally, this is the way to get them digital. Another way is to simply take a picture, email it to yourself, and it's already a JPEG. If you have a hard copy workbook, something like that, that you can make copies of, it just saves a lot of paper. It saves, you know, them. I don't have a pencil, or all the time you spend typing pencils, they have that Chromebook open. They can just go right to it. Keep in mind, this is basically a worksheet that I would generally do together. I use a Google form, and I will show you that next if it's something that I actually want graded by Google. Anyway, good luck.